All right, welcome back, YouTube. Today I'm going to be telling you guys a bit about supplements that I use on a day-to-day basis. The supplement that I'm going to be explaining today is pre-workout. Pre-workout is just basically, in the short term, it's something you take before your workout that usually either enhances your blood flow, increases your pump size, helps with, some have electrolytes, so it helps with water retention and actually, helping balance your fluids and actually being hydrated and whatnot. But I'm going to explain to you guys today what this KXR stacked is. It basically is an all-in-one pre-workout. So some pre-workouts are stim-free, so there's no caffeine. Some pre-workouts are more like pump agents, so like a nitric oxide or a pump capsules or whatever it may be. And some are more like nootropic based and more like mushroom extracts, plant extracts, stuff like that. But this is basically like a all-in-one. And I'm going to explain why I like using it so much and just how it personally helps my lifts and when I take it. So starting off with the nutrition label, you just have your hydration and electrolytes. Basically, you have your vitamin B3, vitamin B12, choline, chloride, and sodium. So the chloride and sodium, that's just pink Himalayan salt. And a lot of pre-workouts use pink Himalayan salt because it really helps your veins pop out and it helps you actually hold on to more water in a good way, like, looking more full during your lifts. I already drank my pre-workout and I can already tell that my muscles are looking more just like pumped right now. I also did get carbs in earlier this morning, right? Carving up before a lift is always important. But yeah, that basically just helps with your hydration. That's your electrolytes, the Himalayan salt, the vitamin B. Choline is actually, it's like a nutrient almost. Pretty sure you can find lots of it in like eggs and chicken, but it's supposed to be really good for your mental as well. There's a lot of cognitive benefits to choline, and again, I think it is a very important nutrient overall. I know it has a lot of benefits to it. But moving on to the actual pump part, there's the maxed L-citrulline malate. What that is basically a nitric oxide agent, to put it that way. So this is what actually helps with your blood flow, because part of what getting a pump is just a lot of blood flowing to the muscle, so you can't really have a solid pre-workout without having some form of glycerol or citrulline malate or something like that. You need like some sort of a pump agent to actually help you look big during your lifts. Beta-alanine, L-taurine, betaine, and theobromine. So I know beta-alanine it's what gives you that itchy feeling. It's what helps with delaying lactic acid buildup and helping with reducing muscle fatigue. So all of that stuff is basically to help you lift longer. So again, that's why I love taking pre-workout, because it's more than just caffeine, especially when you get a stacked pre-workout like this where there's a lot of different things in it. It helps your lifts so much more. It actually makes, for me, it made lifting very enjoyable. For the past 3 years, I've just been taking caffeinated products. I've been taking pre-workouts, and I've always loved it, but I haven't always had the best brands. I used to get really shitty brands from, no hate, Walmart carries some good brands, but of course, when you're looking for the cheapest option at the cheapest place you could shop, you're not going to be finding the best products, So I did get this from a supplement store, the one that I work at. But moving on back to this cognitive enhancing matrix blend, L-tyrosine, the choline bitrate, which was the same choline I was talking about up there. And then what's really cool and what makes this stand out to me, DMAE. DMAE is very similar to DMAA. If you guys remember the Jacked pre-workout, that used to have DMAs in it, and a lot of fat burners and a lot of stimulants as well just had DMA in it. It's like a type of stimulant similar to caffeine, but it is much more like a wired feeling, if that makes any sense. So you feel very on, you feel very alert, you feel very awake, but you feel like out of it, to put it that way. So DMAE is actually just a bit more of a weaker version than that. So still some of the similar effects, but just not to the crazy extent where you're feeling like you're gonna rip your hair out or you're feeling like you're gonna die. So DMAE is something that I've been loving ever since I tried this pre-workout. I felt that cognitive focus that I've always wanted, and I didn't know what ingredient it was until I found out it was DMAE. And it makes sense because, again, DMAE, the stronger version of it, is a very potent stimulant, right? And as well as of like a cognitive stimulant, just it makes you feel crazy, right? So the DMAE is very nice. I tried another supplement that had, this one has 300 milligrams of DMAE. I tried another supplement that had 500 milligrams of DMAE, and I felt like I was going crazy. So yeah, the DMAE definitely makes this pre-workout just that much better. In my opinion, it does a lot for it. And then, of course, there's 300 mg of caffeine in this, and there's decaffeine in it as well. It's a mix of caffeine citrate, caffeine anhydrous, and then decaffeine maltate. But the decaffeine is what helps you prevent from crashing after. A lot of people don't know that, and I don't know if a lot of pre-workouts actually have decaffeine in it, but it's just something that's a bit of a more longer lasting form of caffeine. It's not like an immediate energy, but rather like a long lasting energy that has a smoother come down, because a lot of people do crash after taking pre-workouts. 9 times out of 10, there's no decaffeine in your pre-workout that you're taking, and that's why you're crashing after. But overall, again, pre-workouts, it's something that, yes, I can lift without it, but I feel such a big difference with it than without it. You know what I mean? It's something that I've been using every day, and you think like you do build up a tolerance to it, but it's something that, like, once it's in your system, it just makes you feel ready to go. Even after 3 years of taking pre-workout every day, every time you switch pre-workouts, it's a new feeling, and this one by far has just been something that I've never had a miss with. It's never upset my stomach. It tastes very good. That's the main reason I get it. This is a peach mango flavor. Not a lot of peach mango workouts out there, at least that tastes good like this one. But overall, like, pre-workout is something that I can never go without. I'm already somewhat dependent on caffeine, so if I don't have a pre-workout, it definitely does make that difference. I just need caffeine like most adults on a day-to-day basis. So I can take this at night, I'll sleep fine. I take it in the morning, I feel great. And yeah, overall, it was pretty good. So if you guys are more interested in videos like this, talking about supplements or the stuff that I use on a day-to-day basis, let me know in the comments down below. I'm gonna get back into YouTube for you guys, gonna get back to being consistent again. Obviously, I've sized up a bit, and I haven't really made like a video explaining what's been going on in the past couple of months in terms of my physique and where I'm at, because I just haven't really been consistent on YouTube in general. But again, we're gonna get back into that. Take it easy, guys.